to the Tit for Tat podcast where culture meets chaos. I'm your highly blessed and favorite and a little messy host, Lauryn the Dom, aka the motherfucking Dom Dada, and I am so excited to be here. Thank you all for tuning in this week. A new week, which means new opportunities, new blessings, and of course, new mess all around. Baby, when I tell you this week was jam packed of shit, I'm talking about y'all was showing out and showing y'all motherfucking ass. But again, I am so glad that y'all do that because that means I get to come in here and talk shit about y'all while my life falls apart. Okay? Now, with that being said, again, hope you all are doing well. Hope you all have an amazing week ahead, child, with everything going on. Please, please, please do not be trying to travel right now. If you're going to travel, take a car or take the motherfucking train or the Greyhound. Do something else other than fucking trying to fly, okay? The way that I see people getting flights canceled or motherfuckers just delay, and it's not even your fault, babes. It's literally not your fault. It's literally the government's fault. Why? Simply because they won't even tell you that we're currently fucking locked down. Which means TSA workers are not getting paid. Which means, hey, if I'm not getting paid, and it's not like this just 1 week, maybe even 2 weeks no pay. Bitch, no, we're on third week no pay. And you think I'm about to keep showing up to work? No. So because TSA workers are not showing up to work because they're not getting paid, and my thing is this: why would I come to work if I'm not getting paid? Ho, are you cool? Make fucking sense, ho. So because they're not getting paid, they're not showing up to work, which means traveling is overly hard. Then it has to be bitch drive to your destination, ho. I'ma just get. I don't give a fuck if that shit take 48 hours. I bet you be in that car. Just saying, but nonetheless, let's get into the shit that y'all actually came here for, which is the mess. But before we actually get into that, I just want to say RIP to Mr. Chuck Norris. He actually died over the weekend, according to his family, which posted to his personal Instagram. The actor died at the age of 86. And they didn't really go into like the circumstances of how he died. They just basically said, "We thank you for your prayers," and he went peacefully. I think that when people die peacefully, I would think that makes like the grieving process kind of easy because you know that in that moment they were probably suffering, and once you go, that was their time to be at peace. I am also somebody who has literally never grieved somebody in my life, and some people were like, "Well, do you want to?" Bitch, I'm not fucking saying that. Though, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I be on my hands and knees praying that some people die, bitch. And y'all love to say, well, the tongue is very powerful. Well, if it was so powerful, why the people that I asked to die? I'm talking about begging, bitch. I'm talking about, please let this man die right here, right now. I'm talking about getting hit by a truck or something, ho. Because I just feel as though they just don't deserve to be here. There's other people in the world who deserve to be here, But yeah, I personally never had to grieve somebody. Even the people that have died in my family, I don't remember them motherfuckers. So I'm just, I can't sit here and say that I'm hurt or any of that, bitch. I don't remember you. I might have like, I do have a few memories of my grandmother and my great grandmother who have passed away. But for me to sit here and be like going through the fluctuations of grieving or any of that, yeah, not going to happen. I think I cried maybe for like a month when my grandmother and my great grandmother died. Bitch, a matter of fact, I don't think I cried that much when my great grandmother died. Sorry. That sounds fucked up. I know this sounds kind of like selfish right now, but I'm just saying, like, I would think that when somebody goes peacefully, that helps with the grieving process just a little more. But I also don't know how to speak on a grieving process because I personally never been through it. Anyway, prayers to Chuck Norris's family. Chuck Norris was like a martial arts artist. He also was like super well known in acting. I'm trying to think of the movie that he played. I can't even think of that shit off my head. But yeah, condolences to his family, and hopefully he is currently at peace. So let's get into the messy shit now, because I can't take it. So over the past week, we actually had the Oscars going on, and there seemed to be some backlash in regards to Tiana Taylor's behavior. There was an incident where at the end of the night, security, who is basically with the Oscars, had a little moment with Tiana Taylor where they ended up basically mishandling her and shoving her or whatever. There was an incident where people were there was an incident where people didn't like her behavior in regards to when it came to like cheering other people on. They said she was doing too much. They didn't like when she like put a nigga in a headlock a little bit. There was also another video of her basically having like a little kiki with Zendaya, and somehow, some way, that video has been interpreted into Zendaya and Tiana Taylor having like an altercation when it really wasn't that. This is why I say white people need to stay out of black people's business, okay? Because from a distance, it could look like them motherfuckers was like having a little moment, but if I'm sitting here like, bitch, you look fucking good, ho, like for real, like I'm gonna be, you feel me? Like, you know how us niggas do. You know what I'm saying? But to other people from the outside looking in, which they don't need to be looking in, ho, mind your fucking business, bitch. It can get misconstrued, right? But what I will say is this: that girl is living her fucking best life right now. Everything that she did out the Oscars, bitch, I probably would have did times 10. Bitch, I am living my best life. I'm single. I look good. My fucking business are doing fucking amazing in regards to, like, I think she, if I'm not mistaken, she is dropping new music. Well, she dropped new music, which did well. She starred in a new movie that is doing overly well because she won fucking best supporting actress. Um, what else is going on? I think she just dropped like a little shoe line. Like, she has so many things good that's going on in her life. Bitch, y'all sitting here trying to tell me that y'all not about to be at the Oscars having a fucking ball. And bitch, even Duran at the fucking Grammys, y'all was trying to say is doing too much. I feel as though y'all just don't want to see black people happy. Y'all just don't want to see black people just exude this energy of love and excitement. That's what it's giving. But you know who what but you know what? I will say this. This is the first time I've actually seen like the Oscars or somebody speak out and be in regards to a situation and actually back that person. Usually when people speak out, of course it also has a lot to do with the backlash that they were receiving personally, but I think the beauty of the Academy speaking out about Tiana Taylor was the fact that they highlighted how much she has even helped them. And it's like, bitch, we're not going to basically, like the hand that fed us, essentially. They just came out and said, like, we are extremely upset to learn about the experience endured by Tiana Taylor at the end of the Oscar ceremony last night. It says, we have worked with Tiana over the last several months during award season, and she has been nothing short of remarkable, supportive, kind, and all about the community. Essentially, that's what you want your brand that's what you want your brand to represent. So in order to speak out and understand, like, okay, bitch, we stand with you, it's kind of like you have to highlight these things. It says, though the incident was with our outside security firm, since the experience of every single guest is our responsibility, we have not it says, we have made it clear to them that this behavior is not acceptable. We want to thank Tiana for showing remarkable grace, and we are taking the appropriate measures to ensure this does not happen again. Of course, like I said, this is them kind of saving face, but this is also them, letting the world know, like, bitch, we stand with the niggas, especially a nigga who ain't really, we stand with the niggas that's doing something for us, okay? Pretty much, and I'm not mad at that. But the fact that y'all really were like trying to bash her for having a good time at the Oscars is fucking crazy to me, baby. Y'all need to go heal. How you mad? How you mad I'm at the Oscars having a good time? Bitch, you're clearly just watching the Oscars. The fuck? Anyway. Anyway, Mystikal is currently facing 20 years maximum after a guilty plea to a third-degree rape following the 2022 arrest. He has been in jail since his arrest in 2022. It says originally he was facing charges of first-degree rape, simple robbery, domestic abuse, battery, and false imprisonment. It says these charges were reduced as part of a plea deal. Mystikal was identified as a suspect after detectives interviewed the victim, who sustained minor injuries during the assault. It says the victim reported that Mystikal beat and choked her, then took her phone and keys to prevent her from leaving. She also mentioned that he forced her to send him money via Cash App after the fucking assault. Lock that nigga up and throw away the key. I facing 20. No, bitch, you need to face a life, hoe. The fuck? However, I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, wasn't there another incident that happened with fucking Mystikal where he was alleged of rape too? Why, yes. Yes, Lauryn. Of course. In 2017, he faced charges of rape and kidnapping in Louisiana, spending over a year in jail before posting bond. It says those charges were later dropped when a grand jury declined to indict him. It says at 51, Mystikal now faces up to 20 years in prison. 20 years not enough. Niggas who literally rape anybody, niggas who jail, under the jail. And I'm talking, matter of fact, no, I want you dead. You need to die. Okay, this is a part of me where I'm literally begging the universe to have a nigga like you die. And I hope nobody comes to the funeral, bitch. I hope motherfuckers don't even bury you, ho. I hope that you have to get cremated inside the jail and they keep your ashes in there because your ashes still gotta do time, ho. The fuck is wrong with you? Literally, you're 50 something. You're a grown ass little bitch. And you telling me you don't know, for one, you can't get consent, and for two, you telling me that you can't get no pussy? Literally. Bitch, you can go out and fuck anything with titties and kneecaps. Long as you got consent. I'm telling you, it's bitches out here who will literally fuck for $40. That's it. Bitch, you can even go get a prostitute, and I promise you, she probably gonna suck your little dick for 25, ho. But you want to go out your way to rape somebody and then have the nerve, your broke ass. Matter of fact, you can't even afford the pussy because your broke ass demand the girl to send you money after you just assaulted her. Bitch, you couldn't even properly get the consent, get the pussy, and then possibly, you feel me? Like, if you gonna be a homosexual, go full throttle with it. The fuck is wrong with you? I hate niggas like this in this type of situation. He doesn't need to be alive. What the fuck? Give him the chair, bitch. The fucking injection. You need to be dead. Okay? This is one of them situations where we're definitely helping the bear. We're helping the bear because, matter of fact, yes, I'm helping the bear kick your ass, bitch, because you deserve to die. Literally, I don't care about any of that shit. And then this is not your first time. That's what's blowing me. This is not your first time doing it, and you still only got fucking 20 years. The first time you did it, you only got a fucking year, but the second time you do it, bitch, you're only facing 20, which means that he has a possibility to get out for good behavior. No, 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 no. He needs a life for the rape charge, and he also needs life for asking that girl to send him some money after. You broke ass bitch. Literally, your music, you don't get no residuals from your music, hoe? No wonder why. No wonder why. Bitch, I don't have time for that. Bitch. Throw that shit the fuck away. Shut it all the fuck down. Anyway, child, I got my fucking blood pressure up. Speaking of shit being shut down, shit. Supposedly, Tina Knowles' gumbo booth was shut down following Houston Department investigation. It was authorized to open the following day. They were selling these gumbo bowls at the rodeo over there the past weekend, and I just want to say I was hearing mixed reviews about that gumbo, child. And the way it looked, I seen a video, and it looked like, you know how you marinate in like chicken or something in like in a sauce, and it's like real. It just looked like, or maybe I don't know if it was actually her gumbo or somebody like trying to say it was her gumbo or whatever. But I definitely was hearing that this shit was like watery. In the video that I had seen, it just looked like a whole bunch of shit just marinated in like broth. Like the rice didn't even look done. It just looked like homemade bullshit. It looked like homemade fucking diarrhea. You know them one shits where like after you eat like White Castles or something, and it just be like that type of shit. And you can see like all the shit that you done ate, like all the spicy shit or whatever. You might have a little onion in there. Might have a little onion in there or something. That's what it was giving. But by all means, Mama Tina, she gonna make her motherfucking money, ho. That's all it is. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad. You know who also I ain't mad at? Brandi. I'm not mad at Brandi simply because why the fuck are you speaking on me, ho? For real. Like, I don't give a fuck if it was positive or not. Men don't realize they be the messiest bitches alive. So basically, Shyne, who is a rapper from I think he's from New York or whatever. Shyne basically did an interview with Maze and Cameron on their podcast, and he basically talked about his relationship with the singer Brandi. If you don't know who Brandi is, bitch, Brandi Norwood. Okay? The one who literally pretends like she's like this good girl, but in reality she's like the worst person in the world. AKA Miss First Black Princess. Yeah. I know we sit here and talk about Miss Tiana, but Brandi was literally Cinderella. Bitch, oh, okay. Literally took Cinderella's spot and didn't fucking look back. Anyway, supposedly Shyne basically explained that they did date or whatever. She was his dream girl, and he also finds out that Maze actually dated Brandi too. So Brandi comes out and was like, "That's not fucking true. We never dated. It was just platonic or whatever. Like I just don't feel comfortable with y'all sitting on this podcast talking about me, and bitch, you're lying." So then Shyne comes out and was like, "No, bitch, the only person who lying is you." He says, "I don't know what is wrong with her." He said, "I spoke from a place of admiration and a place of reminiscing on my experience with her. I didn't care to highlight the negatives, it was only positives." Which is true. He says, "In the conclusion of our experience helped me to make a classic album." I hate niggas. Literally fucking hate niggas. He said, "But I will say that I never lied." Yes, but I will say I never lied to Oprah. She lied to Oprah about being married and had to go on the show and apologize because she did that to protect her image. If you recall in 2022, I don't recall because I was only two. Brandi appeared on the fucking Brandi appeared on the Oprah Winfrey show and claimed she was pregnant and married to her child's father, Robert Smith. In 2014, she did another interview and she expressed remorse for lying and saying, "I'm really sorry for that. Because, I mean, you don't lie to Oprah." Shyne was asked, "Do you think Brandi just doesn't want to be associated with you?" He answered, "I don't know. I can't get into her mind. I'm just saying she has lied to the public before to protect her image, and maybe the fact that she was seeing both Maze and I at the same time, she feels it's not good for her image." The politician didn't hold back, stating, "She's lying. Everything that I said is 100% true." He said she's lying. "Everything that I said is 100% true. In fact, in my Hulu documentary, I never mentioned her name." Basically, I believe him. I believe him because not only because Brandi has a tendency to lie. Brandi is known for fucking lying. Like she's this good girl when in reality she's a fucking terrible person. The way that we try to treat Ray J is actually how we need to treat Brandi. Why? Because Brandi is actually a representation of her mother. We all know that Miss Sonya is a terrible fucking person. We literally know that. But how she portrays herself to the internet, just like Brandi, bitch, Brandi could be fucking Brandi lies. She does. And the fact that we already caught her in a lie, because I think it was something else she lied about. I think she lied about like the whole situation that happened between her and Monica. Bitch, she just be lying for no fucking reason to make herself look good. And I get Miss Cinderella, Ella. You feel me? You want to look good, but I also understand both sides. Like, bitch, don't sit up here and lie like, "Oh, we wasn't more than what it was." Like, I don't fuck with that. And I feel as though when it's a situation like that, like if the nigga is sitting here saying like, "Yeah, we was in a relationship," 9 times out of 10 they was in a relationship, because you know niggas gonna deny every fucking thing. Bitch, they be the ones to be quick to fucking downplay the relationship that they have with another motherfucker. But when they really sit there and claim you, that's how you know, oh, it might have been something there. But I really think it has a lot to do with the fact that y'all was being messy and insinuating. Like, you brung it up knowing that it was going to insinuate that, oh, Maze and Brandi was dating at the same time me and Shyne did. That's why if you watch the clip, you see Shyne basically make a comment towards Maze, and Maze was basically like, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It was cool. You feel me? I'm just that guy. You know how Maze be like, I'm just that guy. You know, it wasn't like that. Like, that's how he be. So in that moment, it definitely gives, you messy ass bitch. Like, not only are you talking about me having a relationship with you, but also you're having this conversation with somebody who I have also had a relationship with. So it makes it seem like, because also, bitch, I was kicking it, bitch. You try to expose my hand. That's all it is. He tried to expose her hand, but then once, once he came back and was like, bitch, you're not about to keep lying. I completely understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, sometimes you have to deal with the naked truth, and the naked truth is the fact that she was kicking it with two niggas at the same time. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Literally, ain't nothing wrong with that. Anyway, speaking of the naked truth, moving on to our next segment. So over the weekend, again, like I said, the Houston rodeo was going on, and clearly y'all was showing y'all ass, and I mean, like, literally showing y'all fucking ass, simply because they have released a new dress code. It says, the change comes after many people online criticized some attendees for what they felt were inappropriate outfits, especially since large number of children attend the event each year. The Houston Rodeo basically wrote, no gang-related clothing, symbols, or tattoos, no face coverings unless for medical, religious, or cultural reasons. It says officials say the goal is to keep the event family friendly and safe. Um, Shirts and proper footwear are required. It says obscene graphics, excessively torn clothing, visible undergarments, or over revealing outfits are not allowed. Guests can be denied entry or removed for inappropriate clothing. For me, this is definitely like a mixed type of feeling for me, only because, hear me out, right? I don't think kids need to be everywhere. I think certain things, there needs to be like a part for the kids and there needs to be a part for the adults. Point blank, period. Now, I haven't been to the rodeo because with my life, bitch, I haven't traveled anywhere or did anything. So I don't really know how the fundamentals of the rodeo works. Like, is it giving like a carnival vibe, or is it more so giving like a Coachella type of environment? Like, y'all know what the fuck I mean. Like, a Coachella is giving very much very adult, you know? With a carnival, yeah, adults can come, but it's also made for children. Which kind of setting is it? Like, you can bring kids to Coachella, but at some point that child needs to go. You know what I'm saying? So, like, where do we draw the line? And also, why aren't we creating more space? Why aren't we creating more spaces for children to have something like this? Like, I feel like when it comes to the rodeo, there needs to be like, okay, on a Thursday we have the rodeo for the kids, or maybe like the Friday is for the rodeo for the kids, and Saturday is the rodeo for the adults, or Friday and Saturday adults, Sunday for kids. So that way, when it is the kids, that if motherfuckers is still showing up with their ass out, that's when I can be like, oh yeah, you bitches is odd. And I get it. Some of you bitches will literally show up with just like a G-string on and think that's okay. By all means, I don't give a fuck. I like to see a little bit of ass if it looks good anyway. Just like, this is very equivalent to the whole like Lizzo and NBA situation. At the end of the day, she had sheer. Did she have on shit? Anyway, I've seen bitches with worse on, and I get it. You don't want your kids to see it, but also your kids are constantly being exposed to shit, even in their home. Like, bitch, they see a naked body. A naked body is very fucking natural. So fucking what? But yeah, I just think that there needs to be some type of way to go about this. Again, I feel as though kids need more spaces for them to be kids. I get tired of having like a rodeo type of thing, because I feel as though y'all trying to make it seem like adults aren't allowed to have that type of fun either. But then y'all sit here and complain, oh, the clubs and the bars, that's all y'all want to do. But then when we come out and do some shit like this, is, oh, this supposed to be for the kids. Fuck them kids. Point blank period. Fuck them kids. I'm not about to keep sitting here and limiting myself because y'all fuck asses want to have kids. That has nothing to do with me. And I get it. Kids are humans. So fucking what? Nobody cares. Like I said, Sunday needs to be for the children, and Friday and Saturday needs to be for the adults. So that way everything can be separated and everything can be appropriately safe and family friendly still. Like I don't get it. Speaking of family, seems as though Dwight Howard's family is still in fucking shambles. Tiffany Render, who is the mother of his daughter Layla, basically spoke out claiming her daughter Layla Howard feels unsafe with her dad Dwight and wants to live with her mother. She alleges that after her daughter spoke up about her emotional distress, Dwight cut off her phone, removed her from school, and pulled her from sports teams. It says, Tiffany says Layla later shared in a signed affidavit that she does not feel safe and wants to stay with her mother. Royce Reed actually chimed in saying Dwight is calculated because recently he actually posted a picture of himself with Tiffany and Layla, making it seem like they was just this big happy family. And this is all really just coming after the whole situation with his soon to be ex-wife Amy Luciani, who basically came out and was saying like Dwight Howard had Layla taken from the home by authorities and also accused of Dwight Howard doing drugs. This is definitely a prime example of Dwight Howard being on that shit. This is also a prime example of Dwight Howard being so angry that he cannot live in his truth, that he is ruining the lives of not only his children, but the lives of the mother of his children as well. You need to be locked up with Mystikal, R. Kelly, and all of them terrible ass people, because this is the thing, right? You are damaging the lives of others because you are simply unhappy with yourself. You simply can't live in your truth, baby. I have been told you, be who you are for your motherfucking pride. I promise you, if Dwight Howard comes out and says, hey, I'm gay, I'm living in my truth, I promise you his behavior towards his children and towards his mother's kids would be totally fucking different. Why? Because he's not harboring that fucking anger, and that's the problem. As long as you continue to harbor that anger with inside of you because you feel as though that you can't live in your truth, bitch, you feel as though that you can't lay down and take that dick in your fucking booty hole, bitch, that has nothing to do with me. You're not about to sit here and treat me a certain way because you're unhappy with your life. Bitch, live in your truth. Come out. I think it's time. Like I said, it's 2026. Nobody gives a fuck about you being a bisexual man, ho. Or even if you're not bisexual, bitch, if you just full blown queer or gay, ho, nobody gives a fuck. What we give a fuck about is the fact that y'all sit here and y'all constantly lie. Y'all constantly drag people into these worlds that just don't work. They don't fucking work. You can't sit here and think that you living a lie is going to be able to just be that. Oh, I can just live in a lie and it'd be cool. No, because what's happening now is that you're using these drugs or whatever the case is in order to basically mask the feelings that you have. And with drugs, of course, when you're already angry with yourself, the drugs just make you even more angry. And when you realize that you can't fuck the way that you want to fuck because you don't have no dick in front of you, you only got pussy hole, yeah, you're going to be acting a fucking ass. So this is my thing. All of you bitches who, even Amy Luciani, bitch, I'm so pissed that you sat here, even with all of these girls coming out and basically telling their experience with this man. And I get it. Some bitches will literally sit here and come up with these like experiences when it comes to these niggas, and whole time he get with you and he's the best nigga in the world. He ain't never put his hands on you. He ain't never did all that liquor drug. You feel me? Like, niggas can be different with different women. But I feel as though if more than one comes out and basically say, bitch, more than three come out and basically say like, oh, this behavior has been a constant thing, and this is not the first time that we heard it from just women. the niggas that you've been around, because you've also been exposed for being DL, the niggas that you've had expose you say the same shit. You're an angry ass DL who literally can't live in his truth because you feel as though you're going to be judged. That's what it is. You feel as though the NBA might not accept you or whatever the case is, or the friends that you do have is whatever. Bitch, go under the jail with fucking Mystikal. Matter of fact, you and Mystikal need to be in the jail cell together so y'all can fuck. He needs some booty anyway, clearly, because he not getting none on a regular. So why don't y'all fuck each other, you goofy bitches? I'm just sick of this shit. I'm sorry, I really am. Like, cause I just don't understand it. Like, you sitting here, because what I'm more frustrated about is the fact that children are involved. Like, when it comes to adults, or adults can handle certain shit, but once y'all got kids and then you're like, your behavior is affecting the child in some way, shape, or form, that's a fucking problem. These kids didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask you to be fucking DL and to not live in your truth. You gay ass bitch. Just come out and say it. You like dick. You like dick. I I can vouch for you. Dick is good sometimes. Okay, I get it. Sometimes dick make you do a little crazy things. I get it. What I don't get is you not being able to live in your truth, ho. You're fucking 50 something years old. I don't know how old you are. 40, 50. I don't give a damn. You too damn old to be fucking walking around here DL, or you too old to be walking around here like you can't fucking tell the world that you want dick in the ass. You like that booty hole playing with. You like a little tingling sensation where your G spot is, bitch. I don't get it. I don't. You are a low down, dirty, grimy, dirty ass dick in the booty ass bitch, and I just don't fuck with this. I will never understand it. So I don't feel sorry for you. I hope you lose every fucking thing. Anyway, moving on to a much lighter note. Shaq and now young boy are covering the expenses of a 12-year-old Jada West, who recently passed away after a fight at the bus stop, which led to a serious brain injury. I just want to say all them kids need to be locked up, and the parents of those kids need to be locked up as well. I'm just keeping it a buck. You not about to sit here and have a fight with my child, kill my child, and think I'm not about to be in that ass. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these new kids today. Actually, I do know what's wrong. Millennials, y'all are the fucking problem. Y'all want to sit here and literally say that Gen Z, mind you, I'm part of Gen Z because I was born in 2000, right? I would say older Gen Z, bitch, 25 through about like 28, 29. We need our own fucking generation. But I will say this, what y'all would not do is sit here and try to blame us for the actions of y'all. Y'all are raising these fuck ass fuckers. Y'all are raising these kids to think that fighting, and because also what's happening is these kids are watching Now That's TV and all of this shit, and literally taking that and thinking that's real life. Bitch, one thing about us when we was growing up, yeah, we was watching Bad Girls Club and all of this shit, but guess what? We was never at school like, yeah, ho, what's up? Like, because when you think about it, Bad Girls Club actually had substance back then. It actually had, some people actually had problems now. When you look back, of course, was the problems dumb as fuck, but it's never as dumb as the shit that's going on with baddies now on Zeus and the shit that's going on now that's TV. Like, bitches really be fighting. Did you just look at me weird? Bitch, I just turned my fucking head. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you looking at me though? Oh, what you need that? What you need that? No, bitch. Now I can't look. How like you feel me? At least with Bad Girls Club, it was one of those things where motherfuckers fought because motherfuckers will fight because the one girl called the one girl. She was like, "At least I don't take off my clothes for money." She said, "At least I'm not a heroin addict, ho." That that's fighting words right there. You feel me? The one girl, literally, it was like real problems going on with Bad Girls Club. Like y'all don't even know. It was motherfuckers getting drugged. Bitch, the cat girl who was dating Drake at the time, she ended up leaving fucking Bad Girls Club because when she got into a fight with one of the niggas who supposedly had did, I think he did something to one of the other girls that they was with or whatever, and she stabbed that man. You bitches don't have no real substance. That's why y'all bitches is like just like like y'all really don't have no balance. And I think also the difference between our generation and now is the fact that we also had we also had teen shit growing up. Like we had teen shows, we had teen artists. Like today, these kids don't really give a fuck about being a kid, because what is being a kid today? Truly, if you don't got on the best designer and all of that shit, you're not really doing shit. If you're not like really like, kids are literally just worried about making money right now, which I'm not saying it's not a problem, but also it's like it's making them lose their fucking innocence in a way. But again, if you really think that I'm just going to let you slide, mind you, you put your hands on my child. We don't even know why the situation happened or whatever. Like, and then I've seen a lot of cases of bullying today. I wouldn't be surprised if they was bullying that little girl and then the situation happened. Bitch, then you really need to be put under the fucking jail. I don't care. All you kids need to die. That's my problem. I think everybody needs to die once y'all do some fucked up ass shit. I'm sorry. That's just me. I know I need to work on that, and I know that sounds fucked up. Like, oh, you wish death on kids? Not really. I just wish that they would like get their ass beat so much that they have a reality check. You know what I'm saying? Or again, put their ass in jail right with their parents. Just saying. But congratulations to the family for being able to at least not have to worry about giving their daughter like the best funeral. I think that's the thing. Another congratulations goes to basically the WNBA. It looks like their players are securing a major pay raise in historic new collective bargaining agreement. Um, it says that player salaries are set to skyrocket. Reportedly, the highest salary will start at 1.4 in 2026 compared to the 250,000 in 2025. It says the average salary will reportedly reach around 600,000 up to 120,000, while the minimum salary is expected to surpass 300,000, a huge jump from 66,000. It says, in addition, the agreement is reportedly a 7-year deal with an opt out after the 6th year, and players are expected to receive nearly 20% revenue sharing across the life of the contract. Details on the system and how basically it will work are still being finalized, but I am so glad that the WNBA is finally getting paid more, because when you really look at these numbers, highest level from 250 to about 1.4, the 120 and 600,000. I think the lowest they said was like 66,000. Like the lowest salary you can get is 66,000. Now is 300,000. So that just goes to show that the WNBA is actually gaining more traction. Um, I did see a post where Agent Reese said that she needs to be getting paid the same amount as the NBA, and I do agree that the WNBA is not as entertaining as the NBA, but I definitely think it has potential. I think that if they also bent the rules for the WNBA, they would be allowed to entertain just a tad more. But of course, with women, they always want to police everything that they do. But anyway, congratulations to the WNBA for finally getting a little bit of what you deserve, essentially. I will say it needs to be a little bit more, but we're going to take what we can, right? Another congratulations goes to rapper Afroman. He actually wins a case after being sued by 7 Ohio sheriff deputies for using his security footage of them raiding his home in 2022. He used these footages in like a couple of his music videos or whatever the case is. And my thing is I don't know what's going on with Ohio. I think they have some like power trip going on that they're missing or something. I don't fucking know. But congratulations to that man, because who y'all feeling like, bitch? How you gonna be mad at me because I used the footage of y'all doing wrong in a video? Whatever. Y'all, these white people and these sheriffs and these like government shits, like I don't get it. I really don't get it, because it's whatever. Congratulations to that man. Another W for the blacks. I just want to say congratulations to I just want to say congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Big Bird, or I should say Lotto and 21 Savage. Yeah. Lotto just announced that she actually is having a baby, and of course the baby daddy is 21 Savage. Um yeah, I don't want it. This is the thing. I don't want to turn this negative because having a baby is like it's a happy time. Supposed to be a happy time. I will never see it as a happy time, but for some people, it's a happy time. Congratulations. I just think that having a baby by a nigga. I'm not saying that she has to be married. I would prefer that at least. Whatever, but I really wouldn't prefer it because at the end of the day, I get it. Marriage is not the end goal too, but I feel like children shouldn't be either. Anyway, I just feel as though having a baby by a nigga that you can't even say his name for real, you can't even like be seen with the nigga, is kind of crazy. And you can tell that Lotto is the one who wants to like announce who she's in a relationship with because she's the one, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Like you literally can tell, like she gives very much pick me, pick me, pick me. And now that she's able to kind of like give a little hint, like you still like you can still see that she's still like giving hints, but she still has to hide this man. And I will never understand, like, why would you want to have a baby by him? It don't matter how the relationship is in private. You can't sit here and say it has a lot to do with privacy and this, that, and the third. Like, I literally hate when people use that excuse because if that was the case, then you wouldn't post shit about your life, bitch. You wouldn't even post pictures, okay? Literally, because what happens is even if you post a picture of something that's going on, regardless, the internet still gonna try to put two and two together, and that's exactly what the fuck they be doing. That's exactly how we fucking found out that you and 21 was even dating in the first place. But I just find it funny that 21 was literally in a whole fucking relationship with Amber Rose. I'm talking about so loud and proud, bitch, doing the slut walks and all of that shit. But you turn around and want to be private during this time. Okay, and you can't say it has to do with her wanting to be private either, because if that was the case, then she wouldn't have announced her pregnancy. She would have just popped out with the baby, point blank, period. But I will say I am interested to see how her lyrics are going to change because if I'm not mistaken, she was a bitch who literally said she got 500, but now I guess did that 500 run out, babes? What happened? I thought you had it. Now it's, oh, this baby ain't stopping shit. Whatever. By all means, make a paper, boo boo. Congratulations to you all. But yeah, that is all that I have for you all this week. Of course, before I get out of here, we have to leave you all with some unsolicited info, right? So, with everything that's going on in today's society, we clearly see that relationships aren't a thing, right? And relationships aren't a thing simply because people stay in situationships longer than real relationships. And it has a lot to do with the fact that you all want the benefits of a relationship, you all just don't want the commitment. That is why situationships work for so long, simply because you're not actually committed to this person. You don't really have to show up for this person. You don't really have to do anything for them, but it's one of those things where it's beneficial to you because you can get these things without having to, have to deal with all the intimacy and all the like having to be there for someone. Like, you don't really have to do those things. That's where the commitment comes in at. Lotto and 21, y'all situationship is definitely, that is not giving fucking relationship. That is definitely a situationship at its finest. But hey, what do I fucking know? My life is in shambles. But that is all that I have for you all this week. Thank you to my first and my last time listeners. Please make sure that you are checking out episodes every Monday and Friday on our YouTube. I do plan on getting us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts, and I also have another streaming network that I'm trying to get us on. So I am very, very excited. So make sure you all are on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's all I got. Please remember to always be humble, be gracious, and be open. I will see y'all at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Bye.